So, ladies and gentlemen, in exactly 10 to 15 days from now, we will have our first college football game. And a lot of people don't really have a clear favorite as far as national championship. And I'm kind of the same way. I think that any team is pretty much good enough right now to compete. We've had some interesting games that were announced for future schedules of upcoming years. Um, the Michigan and Notre Dame rivalry will begin again as of next season, and I'm looking very forward to that. I am an Irish fan, and one of my favorite things, honestly, is to watch that game, and it's always competitive. It's always interesting. Um, and then Wisconsin and Notre Dame are going to be playing one another in 2020. So the first game is going to be held at Lambeau Field. The second game the following year is going to be held at Soldier Field. So I think that we're going to finally kind of branch off, and teams who normally don't play one another are going to start playing each other again. Um, I think that's good for the sport. It's good for the fan base. Um, and I don't really remember Wisconsin and Notre Dame ever playing one another, honestly, in my lifetime. So I think that that's going to be good for both teams, both schools. Um, and I don't necessarily believe in the whole playoff system, honestly. I know a lot of people like it and stuff, but I'm not really a big fan of it. I think that we just need to go back to the BCS, bowl game schedule. I had more fun watching those than like the championship playoff series. Um, I think that the playoff series isn't necessarily good for the avid fan because tickets to go to those games are just outrageous. And not everybody has that type of money. Um, what's your opinion? What do you guys think of the whole playoff system for college football? Do you think that it's fair? Do you think it's not fair? Um, what schools do you think should play each other out of conference? Um, Personally, I'd like to see Notre Dame play teams like, honestly, like maybe out west a little bit more. Like maybe they should go into Seattle and play the Huskies or the Ducks, or the Beavers or the Arizona State Sun Devils. What happened to the rivalry? There like that. I think that would have been good for them. Also think that they were pretty competitive against schools like Oklahoma and Florida State and Florida, and so yeah, I believe that we should push for these things. We should have at least out of school conference games. I think should be booked. I think that there should be some games that we've never seen before, um, and I know that we're gonna have an interesting, I think, first few weeks in the season because we're gonna have a lot of good matchups. So looking forward to it.